Court, you serve 45 days jail, credit 6, serve 39 more. You're gonna stop doing this. You have 21 days to
39 more
appeal,
days. You're an
14 days to apply for a
39
4
more
more for
days,
purposes
you're an
of appeal. No,
Hey,
no
39
fines,
more
no
days,
costs.
you're an asshole.
Shut them off.
Gave me 39 more
39.
days, you're an asshole.
Yes, I did, and I'm gonna give you 90
You know what?
next
Your
time.
dad
Knock it
was
off.
way better.
Shut
Your
him
dad was
off,
way
better.
better than you ever dreamed to be as a
Lamar what?
Lamar.
Oh, you said, I'm sorry, say that again.
Lamar.
All right, you're charged with driving on a suspended. You have the right to an attorney. Would you like one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We'll set you up with a lawyer. I'm gonna need some stickers. It's up here, Denise. You go out in the hallway, he will take you and he will set you up with a lawyer, okay? You go right out in the hallway. Shannon Sherelle Phillips, 260-150905 A and B. Your name? You're charged with resist, hinder, and obstruct an officer. 2 counts. You have the right to an attorney. I'll be happy to provide you with one at public expense. Would you like a lawyer? You waive your right to a lawyer?
Yes.
So I'll go ahead and arraign you. I'll set bond. You asked for my oath of office. You can approach John, give him my oath of office. You also have a motion here that I will address after I arraign you. It is alleged that you did commit the offense of resist, hinder, and obstruct an officer on April 29 of 26, at or near 23125 King Road in Brownstown at 12:01 p.m. That is count 1. Count 2 alleges the same count. Resist and obstruct an officer or misdemeanors punishable by up to 500 fines, 90 days jail, costs, or all those. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
I can't hear you.
Yes.
Did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights?
Yes.
If you plead guilty at any time, you'll be giving up all of those rights, and we're not going to have a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You still wish to waive your right to a lawyer? I will enter a not guilty plea. You acknowledge receipt of that oath of office?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
You argue that you don't have to go for fingerprints, right?
What do
You filed a motion here. Emergency objection to fingerprint compliance deadline and request for stay pending adjudication.
Yeah, well, I was trying to figure out, you wanted fingerprints for this charge? I filed a motion because I was literally assaulted by the Brownstown Police Department when I went there to get fingerprinted the last
On
time.
another case, right? In front
Yeah,
of judge.
the initial charge is what I was there for fingerprinting for, yes.
All right. I didn't order you to get fingerprints on this
No,
case.
sir.
But I am gonna order you to go get them fingerprinted now. I'm gonna order I'm gonna give you a $1,000 personal bond. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate any law or ordinance. Ma'am.
I feel for my safety.
Yeah. Let me finish. You're not to have any contact with the victims. If they happen to be the one fingerprinting you, that's one thing. Otherwise, you're not to write them, phone them, see them, text them, email them, or have any contact with them whatsoever. You're not to possess firearms. You're not to possess dangerous weapons. You're not to have any contact with prosecution witnesses. I'm going to order that you go over to Brownstown by 1 p.m. today to get fingerprinted and photographed. That's a condition of your bond.
The victims.
Let me, would you please stop? Let me finish. You're not to have any contact with the victims.
The victims are the Brownstown Police Department.
That's their allegation. I don't know what happened, man. I don't read police reports unless and until there's a conviction, but I am ordering you to go over there and get fingerprinted and photographed by 1 p.m. today. In the meantime, I'm going to send you to the prosecutor. You can discuss the case with the prosecutor. And we'll go from there.
Okay, so if I'm not supposed to, like, what am I supposed to do when I go there? Who am I supposed to actually talk to?
You're supposed to, you're going to take the order. We're going to fax over the order. And you're going to take your bond sheet and you're simply going to cooperate and tell them that you are there to be fingerprinted and photographed. If the individuals with whom you had the issue, how do I say this? If they're the ones fingerprinting, that's not going to be deemed a violation of the contact, no contact order. Okay? You understand what I said? In the meantime, you can go talk to the attorney, the Brownstown Township attorney, see if you can resolve this. If you can't, we can set it for trial, okay?
So you said talk to the prosecutor?
Have a seat in the hallway.
Yeah, hang on. Yeah, you're gonna go talk to the prosecutor. You said you want to represent yourself.
Yes.
So you'll go negotiate with the prosecutor. You can explain your position to her. Maybe you can get her to dismiss it. I don't know. And if not, we can set it for trial.
Okay,
Okay?
thank you.
All right. See you back in here after you've talked to her. Jacob Michael Douglas.
Nothing hearing at 9:45.
Ma'am, come back up here.
Okay, you said come back after I talk to the prosecutor.
After you talk to the prosecutor. If you have a hearing in front of Judge Heston, is that what you're saying?
Yes.
You'll go there after you're done with me on this case. Okay? Jacob Michael Douglas, 24B, 147075, B, 24B, 147048, A, B, C, 24B, 147075A. All right, counsel, your appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Thomas Portis, P 77177, appearing on behalf of the defendant, sir, please state and for please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jacob Douglas.
All right, Mr. Court. So let's talk about this. He's charged with operating while intoxicated. As I understand it, this is going to be a charge. He's going to plead guilty to the lesser charge of operating while visibly impaired due to the consumption of a controlled substance. That's number one. Is that true so far?
Yes.
And then he's also going to plead guilty to failure to report a property damage accident. And in that instance, the prosecutor is going to dismiss, with regard to both of these, the OWI and the leave the scene. That's number one. Is that all true so far?
Yes, sir.
And then we have a failure to display a valid license. That charge, the no ops charge, will be dismissed by the prosecutor once your client pleads guilty to this charge, these two charges, I should say. And then we have a driving an unregistered vehicle that the prosecutor is also going to move to dismiss. Is all of that true?
Yes, sir.
All right. And then, as I understand it, the judgment on the no proof of insurance will remain in full force and effect. True?
True.
So do you understand everything your lawyer has worked out here, sir?
Yes, sir.
If you plead guilty to operating while visibly impaired due to the consumption of a controlled substance, your license will be suspended in accordance with your record. Your vehicle could be or might have to be immobilized depending upon your record. The possible penalties are up to 300 fines, 93 days jail, 360 hours community service. Court costs are all those 4 points. A license suspension or revocation in accordance with your record. You understand all of that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you sign, and if you plead to failure to report, possible penalties are up to 100 fines, 90 days jail, costs are all those. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights?
Yes.
And you understand that once you plead guilty to those two charges, I'm dismissing the operating while intoxicated, the leaving the scene, the failure to display a valid license, which is essentially no operator's license on person, as well as the driving an unregistered vehicle. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And then also the judgment will still remain in full force and effect on the no proof of insurance check. Do you understand that? All right. And you understand all your rights.
Yes.
You did sign those and read those and understand those.
Yes.
The advice of rights, correct?
Yes.
And you understand if you plead guilty to these two criminal charges, you'll be giving up all those rights and we are not going to have a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. To the charge operating while visibly impaired due to the consumption of a controlled substance, how do you plead?
Guilty.
To the charge of failure to report a property damage accident, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Were you operating a motor vehicle on October 6th of 23 at 2:46 p.m. on southbound Dix north of King and Brownstown?
Yes, Your Honor.
And prior to that, did you consume some kind of a controlled substance?
Yes, sir.
What did you consume?
I'm not sure, Your Honor. It was,
How many of these have you had in your life?
this is the only one.
You don't remember what you consumed? Tell me what you consumed. Come on.
To my knowledge, it was, THC,
What else?
opiate,
What else? What kind of opiates?
Some type of painkiller, I'm not sure.
You were taking something that you don't even know what it was? What was it, Mr. Quartz?
Judge, I know it was an opiate, THC, and some alcohol that was under the limit of 0.08. But we don't know the exact, I don't know the exact brand of the pain medication, Judge.
Okay, so this report says gabapentin, amphetamines, THC, and Oxycontin. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Huh. You consumed those, and then was your ability to operate the motor vehicle impaired because of the consumption of those controlled substances? And if so, in what way?
Yes, Your Honor. It would be like,
I can't hear you.
yes, Your Honor.
I'm asking you in what way? Were you involved in an accident?
Yes, sir.
Did you cause the accident?
Yes, sir.
How did the accident occur?
Under jail for.
I know, but tell me what happened. Did you drive through a red light? Did you turn in front of somebody? What happened?
I veered off the road into a boat.
Was it a one-car accident?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you veer off the road into the pool? At least in part because of the consumption of those
Yes,
drugs?
sir.
And, after you were involved in the accident, did you leave the scene of the accident without calling the police?
Yes.
And did you take a breath test or a blood test? Blood test, correct?
Yes.
And counsel, you stipulate that all those substances were in his system at the time that the toxicologist did the report.
We do, go
Are you on probation or parole, Mr. Douglas? For what?
for felonious assault.
You understand by pleading? Were you on probation or parole back on October 6th of 23?
No, Your Honor.
Anybody forced you to plead guilty here to this charge of operating while impaired due to the consumption of the controlled substances?
No, Your Honor.
Anybody forced you to plead guilty to failure to report a property damage accident?
No, Your
And
Honor.
again, to that charge of failure to report a property damage accident, how do you plead?
Guilty.
And you left the scene after the accident without contacting the police, correct?
Yes, sir.
And there were no other drivers involved, true?
True.
I'll accept your plea. The operating while impaired, I find to be an accurate plea, operating while impaired due to the consumption of controlled substance. I'll accept your plea to failure to report a property damage accident. I will dismiss the operating while intoxicated, leaving the scene, no operator's license on person, and driving an unregistered vehicle, all on motion to prosecute. We'll also have, I'll set a bond. We're going to order a screening and assessment. You're going to be screened and assessed today. You'll be sentenced at a later time, okay? So, counsel, how many priors does he have, if any? What's his record like? Is
I
what
know
I'm-
he doesn't chew. Did you tell the judge, like,
I have two priors,
Two prior what?
two prior convictions
For what?
for felonious assault.
How old are you?
22.
You gonna straighten out your life?
Yes, Your Honor.
You better. You're on felony probation now?
Yes.
Yeah. Are you sure you weren't on probation at the time of this incident in 23? It looks like your sentencing took place on one felonious assault in April of 22, unless you're off probation on that one. And you had another on February 28 of 25.
Yes, them are two separate cases.
I know. Are you off probation on the first one?
Yes.
All right. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. Like I said, I'm gonna order you to go over and get fingerprinted and photographed by 1 p.m. today at the Brownstown Police Department. And I'm gonna order that you abstain from the use of alcohol and marijuana and illegal controlled substances. I'm also going to order that you go to AANA at least twice per week. You have to go in person to AA. Every time you go, you have to have the form signed. Every time you come to court, you have to bring the form with you. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
We're going to give you a sentencing date now, counsel.
That'll be July 1st at 8:30.
July 1st at 8:30. All right, Mr. Quartz, is that good with you?
Yes, sir.
You go down the hall, we're going to give you your bond sheet, and then you're going over to the probation department where you'll fill out a questionnaire and be interviewed. And then you will come back and go over to the Brownstown Police Department, come back on July 1 sentencing. You understand all of that?
Yes, sir.
Any questions?
No.
Okay. I wish you well. Good luck.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you very much. Mr. Quartz, would you please, there's an AA form. My court officer stepped out momentarily. Would you please go over there and grab an AA form? It should be right over there on his desk.
Yes, sir.
You know where it is, Denise. Do you see him?
Yes,
I go.
Seeing that picture.
Heather,
Yes, Judge?
do you have AA forms down there?
I don't believe we do.
All right, we need to get some down there too. Can you tell John to get them? He's out of the courtroom. Tell him he has to get them, AA. You have to get them an AA form, John. Mr. Quartz. Shelley Bacon, Shelley Francis Bacon, 26B149831.
Right.
Good morning. Your appearance, Ms. Bacon?
Yes, Sean Francis.
Okay, Mr. DiMaggio?
Yes, Judge Andrew DiMaggio, P4 about 619 Avenue, Shelley Bacon.
Okay, so we talked as a team and we're going to accept Ms. Bacon in the sobriety court. Have you had a chance to review the report and are there any material additions, corrections, or deletions?
We have reviewed it, we did not see any, Judge.
Okay, anything you would like to say?
I think, Ms. Bacon really wants to do this, realizes she's got a problem. And she started going to AA right away, and I think she'd be a good candidate for this sobriety.
Anything you would like to say, ma'am?
No, I'd like to thank you for accepting me for program.
Okay, well, I'm looking forward to helping you. I'm a little, I say, not taken back, but a little concerned about this statement. She's not like the other people we have in this program. This is what you told probation. She does not get into trouble. We've been in trouble twice over this in the last 3 years, so let's make sure this doesn't happen again, okay?
Absolutely.
2 years probation, you cannot leave the state without the consent of the court. You cannot violate any law or ordinance. You change your address, place of employment, or home telephone number, you must notify probation. You have to report as directed. No alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs. You're not to purchase, possess, or consume any one of those. You're to submit to chemical testing, PDTs, and ETGs on demand of the probation department. We'll pay for your testing as long as you're negative every time going forward with our grant. You're to complete 60 days on the SilverLink device going forward. You're to attend AA at least 3 times a week and provide written proof of attendance. You're to obtain an AA sponsor. You're to attend all substance abuse treatment at an approved facility by probation. I do have to order the immobilization of your vehicle. I already did that. Did you take care of that?
Yes,
Okay, good. You're to attend the victim's impact panel. You're to attend and complete the ARM program. You're to report to sobriety court status review hearings with me every 2 weeks. You're to obtain and maintain employment with proof provided to the probation department. You're also I'm going to go through the fines and I'm going to try to be as light as I can, to be honest with you, because with all these fees, it's extensive. You're to pay fines of $200, costs of $250, $75 victim's rights fee, $50 justice assessment. So that right there is $575. You have a screening fee of $60 for $635. You have cost of recovery of $150, bringing the total to $785. You have probation fees of $480, bringing your total to $1265 plus your sobriety court fees of $360 for a total of $1,625. I'm also going to order that you serve 6 days jail. Well, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make it 7 days jail, credit 1, serve 6. And I'll let you do those as follows. 2 days on the court work program, there's a $35 a day charge for that, for a total of 70, bringing the total to $1,695. You are also to serve 4 days of community service, and I will give you some time to complete that since there's a lot of requirements here, okay? So I'm gonna give you all the way until October the 15th to complete that, but you have to stay with that. Your total fines and costs, including the $70 in court work program fees, is $1,695. That is the total. If you violate, your probation could be revoked. You could be incarcerated for 93 days with credit for the 1 day served. You have 21 days to appeal, 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right. Do you have any questions?
Nothing.
Does she have all this to pay, Mr. DiMaggio?
Pardon?
Does she have all this money to pay, $1,695?
No, we need to work out, we'll probably work
How
out.
much do you have today, Ms. Bacon?
I. Yeah, maybe $100
How much can you pay weekly? You get paid weekly, right?
to.
Every 2 weeks, okay. How much can you pay bi-weekly?
We'll leave 50.
Nice and loud.
You do 50.
When do you get paid next?
It's this.
All right. Pay 100 now, 50 bi-weekly, beginning June the 22nd. You'll meet with the probation department before you. Okay? I really hope this helps you. I really do, and I wish you well. Okay, you'll meet with probation before the leave. Anything else, Mr. DiMaggio?
Just to get a clarification on, the work program will be in lieu of the jail type.
Correct. She's not going to jail. But you gotta stay with me on this, all right? I'm going kind of light. You've been really good on the bond phase, so I'm going kind of light, but you gotta stay with me, all right? Good luck to you, ma'am. Wish you well. Thank you. I also want, Mohammed Abdul Qadir Mo Al Mansour, file 26U577055. And I need the officer up here too. And, good morning, gentlemen.
Morning,
All right, sir, your name, please,
first name Mohammed.
and deputy,
Sergeant Rickles.
good morning to you. You offering him something here?
Yeah, Your Honor, we're gonna move for dismissal. He, wrote him a speeding ticket. He's got a work order for a sensor. He stated he has a sensor issue. He's got a work order for it showing that it was replaced and that he did purchase one, so I'm gonna give, dismiss the ticket.
A sensor. What are you saying? That his odometer or speedometer was off?
And that's what he said. And again, he came, shows that he went to O'Reilly, purchased a new one.
You feel comfortable with this? Cause I don't know if I do.
Um,
He had to know he was going in excess of 45 miles an hour. I don't mind if you do impeding.
he
It's
does-
not a defense if the speedometer was off. I don't mind if we do impeding.
the only issue, Your Honor, is with the, he has a CDL.
Well, impeding isn't gonna kill him, is it?
I believe there's an issue with, offering impeding on individuals with CDLs.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, that's the only thing that kind of,
Okay, good. You're satisfied, right?
yes, sir.
You know, it's fine. Okay, you gotta be careful though, sir. Dismiss the case on motion of the officer. That's it. Good luck. Have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Alexander Michael Stan Scheinfeld. 26P 150831.
Morning, Your Honor. I am Pamela Steinfeld. I'm his stepmother and co-guardian.
Okay. Sir, your name?
Alexander Scheinfeld.
Good morning. I'm gonna give him a lawyer, okay? I'm gonna give him a lawyer. MIDC will represent him this morning. And that way, because I cannot let you represent him, okay? I appreciate you coming.
He doesn't understand anything, so.
Well, let's get the lawyer involved and he can talk to Mr. Scheinfeld and the lawyer will know what to do, okay? So that's what we'll do. Thank you very much. You can go out in the hallway. My court officer will set you up with a lawyer. Thanks. Harris, Alexis LaFay Harris, 26I-261014. This is a charge of malicious destruction of property. Your name, ma'am?
Alexis Ferris,
You're charged with malicious destruction of property. You have the right to an attorney. Would you like one?
not thank you.
Call in the Grosseal prosecutor, will you please?
That, you let the girls in front.
He just arrived.
Why is he just arriving at 9:30? What time's our docket show?
8:30.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Wayne. Can you come on up here?
Yes, good morning, Your Honor.
Your appearance?
Good morning, Your Honor. Matthew Wayne on behalf of the Township of Grosseal.
You didn't just get here, did you?
I'm sorry,
You didn't just get here.
I just walking the door just now. No, I was still.
Okay, good. enough. The detective said you just got here. I didn't know. So, I expect you guys here before 9 o'clock, 8:30 or 8:45, okay? I'm confused with these complaints. They gotta be more specific. All it says is that the defendant committed the offense of MDOP. I don't know what in the world, who the victim is, who anybody is. So you're gonna have to enlighten me, go read the report, but they need to be more specific. You guys need to be more specific on your complaint. Did slash the tires of her ex-boyfriend or what have you, John Smith. I can't just, because I'm looking at this, there's no citation, and all it says is complaining witness has filed a sworn complaint in this court stating on the date and the time, location, and stating that on the date and the location described the defendant contrary to law, MDOP. I don't even know where it happened. So you got to enlighten me on this so I can do a halfway decent job of. He does have on this one, he's got it on the complaint, the summons doesn't have it. Do you remember this one? It does list the victim as an Arabella Harris, but it doesn't tell me.
Yes, it does, Your Honor. I think what happened was when the complaint was filled out, I mean, this is not the court's issue, but I believe with the second page populated that wasn't attached. I believe to the complaint, so they should have identified information. They would have identified the victim and their information, but be that as it may, the court doesn't have that now, so we can take care of that.
Okay, so I just need to know where it is too. So ma'am, why don't you have a seat a moment and I will get with him and I'll recall you
Yes,
as soon as I have some more information. Do you want it now?
Yes, please.
All right, and remember, she is waiving a right to a lawyer, but I hadn't arraigned her yet, so don't bring her into the prosecutor's room, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Shannon Sherrill Phillips, 261-50905A. What happened on this one? A and B. Okay, your name, ma'am?
Sure.
All right, so we're gonna adjourn this for discovery, right? All right. What do you have for me, Heather? We're gonna maybe set it out a couple weeks.
That'll be July 1st at 8:45.
So July 1st at 8:45 will be your new date. Now, if you change your mind and decide you want a lawyer, you can fill out a petition for one, okay? All right? I'm not your enemy here, okay? You understand? I'm sorry?
I said, me either.
I don't know what that means. What do you mean?
I'm not trying to.
Okay, well, good, good. We'll get along just fine then. We'll see you July 1. If you're gonna go, wait a minute, you're gonna go down the hall, they're gonna give you your paper notice, they're gonna give you the copy of the bond sheet, and then they're going to send over to the Brownstown. So you should go over there right now and get printed, okay? Good luck. Raymond Paul Kitchen the third, 260-415-293. All right. What is this? Department rep? They didn't offer you impeding? Call into LPS, please. I know, I see that.
Thanks.
Why don't you have a seat right there, right at the first row, okay? Levi Allen Gerst, 260-415-212. Come on up here, Mr. Gerst. Come up to the podium and tell me your name.
Levi Allen Gerst.
Who's this, your brother?
My dad.
Oh, come on over here. Come on over here. What's your name, sir?
David Gerst.
You're gonna slow down, aren't you, young man?
Yeah, I will. I was coming back from school.
Where do you go to school?
I go to Brazil.
Okay,
I just wanted to get home. I should have been.
so you're only, what are you, 16?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna plead to impeding, right? You want to plead
Yeah.
to impeding traffic? All right, but please slow down, okay? You don't want the insurance, you know, who's paying for your insurance?
My dad.
Yeah, you don't want to get stuck with all kinds of big bills here, do you?
Don't get stuck.
What's that?
Don't get stuck.
Yeah, slow down, seriously.
No, we added 360, so it's, I was proud.
You did what?
We added an app where you can practice speeding stuff, so.
I like.
Yeah.
The charge of impeding, I'm gonna ask you again, responsible or not responsible?
I'm responsible.
I'll accept the plea. 150 is your total. You should thank your dad for coming with you on your way out. Will you do that?
Yeah.
All right, thanks for coming, sir. Have a great day. Okay, Raymond Paul Kitchen, the third. Come on up here, 260-415-293. Detective, your name, please?
Detective Susan Valdez.
I know he was driving like a race car driver, but he's got a pretty good record. There's nothing on here. Will you consider offering him impeding?
I was.
Why don't you change that on this form?
I didn't know.
Okay,
Okay,
will you write that up and bring it to me?
sure.
Okay, Mr. Kitchen, today's your lucky day. You're gonna plead to impeding traffic, but you're going to slow down, right? Right? All right? You got 53 and a third to give. All right, but you got to clean the record. So she's gonna write up impeding. I'm gonna dismiss the speeding. Do you want to do that? It's 0 points. It won't go on your record. Do you understand that?
Yes.
To the charge impeding traffic, responsible or not responsible? Responsible or not responsible? I'll accept the plea. 155 is the total. You can go right down the end of the hall to the cashier, okay?
I might need a little.
That's okay. How much time do you need? Are you working?
Start at
That's all right. August 17th. I'm sorry, July 17th. Can you pay by then?
Yeah.
I don't want to rush summer too much here. Take us long enough to get here. July 17th, you pay by. If something happens and you don't have the money, you come back here and talk to me, or you can call the court. We'll go on Zoom. I'll give you an extension. Just don't ignore me, okay? All right. Any questions?
No, that's all.
John, wait until the LPA brings this back and put in the stick form, will you please? Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You can leave the building. Just remember July 17th. Erica Elizabeth Horvath, 265-77244.
Good morning, Your Honor. The applicant COP 82378 on behalf of Ms. Horvath.
Ms. Horvath, your name.
Eric Horvath?
I don't. Go ahead. Did you review this report with her, and are there any material additions, corrections, or deletions?
We did review the report, Your Honor. The only correction was at the time, Ms. Horvath did have a prescription for gabapentin.
Okay, but she didn't have the prescription for all these other things, right?
No.
Agreeing to live stream.
No, this Suboxone I do have a prescription for.
Yeah, everything in the report that says she has a prescription for, she does have, but in the report, it says nothing for gabapentin at the time.
Yeah, right. I see. It says no prescription. All right, I'll modify the report in that aspect. What else?
So, Your Honor, other than that, there are no other additions, deletions, or corrections.
All right, anything else?
Yes, Your Honor. So Ms. Horvath, she on her own went to Sacred Heart. She did 24 days. That was an inpatient substance abuse program. She did AA and NA every night. And the reason I'm saying that, Your Honor, is because I
Do
would.
we have proof of that?
I'm sorry.
Do we have proof of that?
Yes.
Can I see
She
it?
brought proof of everything.
I mean, she reported staying inpatient. I see that on the report, but I don't have any substantiation. So can you give me the report, please?
Yes, Your Honor. I also have a character letter. I think Your Honor would also like to take a look at her approach.
Okay, sure. Hand it to my recorder here. Thank you. Hang on, Rex, 1 second. Let me take a good look.
Oh, you should read the character.
I did. I did. I'm glad that everybody's gotten such a kick out of that. You know what I got a problem with here? The way you acted in the holding cell. You can understand that, right?
Yeah, I remember.
Go ahead.
So, Your Honor, like I said, she did do the AA and NA every night. She's been sober for 114 days. And if Your Honor remembers, this was not an alcohol-related offense, it was sadness.
Right.
I would ask if the court would consider that chemical testing to be 1 to 2 times per month, because in the recommendation, they have it as
Weekly.
every week, Your Honor. And she did do some of this stuff on her own. And for the victim's impact panel, I'm not sure if there's a substance abuse component to that. I thought it was just all for.
That's like Mothers Against Drunk Drivers. They're just talking about the dangers of driving while under the influence. It's still an appropriate program for her to attend.
Okay. Other than that, she's also in groups online with Bicycle Health, and she's also testing with them. They test monthly for Suboxone, and they also test for fentanyl.
They do it twice a 12 panel.
Okay. So that was the reason I was asking if the court was willing to reduce some of the testing, Your Honor.
Heather, I don't see my bond conditions in here. I can't imagine me not setting them. No, I just said no alcohol, controlled substances, or marijuana. Okay. All right. Your points are well taken. What else do you want to tell me? Anything?
That's it. She's employed part-time. She does have one son and these tests can become costly. So that was another reason we're asking for you to reduce the amount of testing, Your Honor. Thank you.
Young lady, is there anything you would like to say?
It's just, I'm more clear-headed than I've been in a really long time. And, this was a blessing in disguise because my son is my world. And I needed this, hard lesson. And I'm sorry.
All right. We all make mistakes. Like I said, I didn't appreciate your conduct in the holding, so I don't need to go over that. I'm gonna assume you just were having a horrible day. 12 months probation. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate any law or ordinance. If you change your address, your place of employment, or home telephone number, you must notify probation. You have to report as directed. No alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs. You're not to purchase, possess, or consume any one of those. You're to submit to chemical testing, PDTs, and ETGs as follows. Bi-weekly for 2 months. If you're clean, I'll then make them monthly. Kratom, poppy seeds, and CBD oils are prohibited if you consume food or other items containing those substances. It will be deemed a violation. I'm going to order that you attend AA once a week until you're in outpatient treatment. Attend outpatient treatment. AA once a week until an outpatient treatment. Attend the Victims Impact Panel, serve 4 days jail credit, 1, serve 3, 1 day on the court work program, and 2 days of community service. I'll give you until August the 15th of 26 to complete the community service. So I'm going to give you about 2 months. That's 16 hours. You can do that at any nonprofit organization.
Do an outpatient?
Yeah, I still want you to, okay? All right? One day, well, let me continue and then we'll go from there. AA once a week until in treatment. Once you get an outpatient, you no longer have to attend AA, do the Victims Impact Panel. Like I said, 1 day court work program, there's a $35 a day charge for that, 2 days of community service by August the 15th. Fines $300, costs $250, 75 victims right fee, $50 justice assessment. So that's $675. Screening fee is $60 for 735. Probation fees are $240 for 975. Cost of recovery is $225 for a total of $1,200 plus your court work program fees of $35 and your attorney fees. Your total's $1,275.
She will be requesting a payment arrangement.
I understand. You may be eligible for early discharge from probation by statute once you get through 6 months of this, okay? If you haven't had any other violations. I don't want you to view the outpatient, to put it another way, I don't want you to view that as punishment. I just want to make sure this doesn't happen again, okay? All right? So that's what I'm going to do. And you're going to talk to probation about that. How much can she pay today, counsel?
I don't have anyone today.
Well, tell me when you can pay this. I can set you up on a payment plan weekly.
Okay.
Tell me how much.
How much a week?
Yeah.
Can you do like 100 a week?
I don't need 100 a week. We'll make it $60 weekly beginning on June 25th, okay? And every Monday thereafter until paid in full. All right? Thank you very much. I wish you well. Good luck to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Ms. Ford, which one do you have? Were you
I have-
married?
Kathleen Hasselbach. She's right here with me.
Have you talked to the prosecutor yet?
Yes, I did.
Do we have the file yet, Hasselbach?
Yeah.
No.
We don't have the file yet. Natalie Nicole Brown. Natalie
Thank
Nicole
you.
Brown. 260-248-755B. Did you meet your name, ma'am?
No, we weren't.
All right.
John Graziani, on behalf of Glenn Nicola.
All right, so your client pled guilty to malicious destruction of property on April 30. She was referred for a pre-sentence investigation. Have you had a chance to review the report with her, and are there any material additions, corrections, or deletions?
There's no material deletions, Judge, and we're asking that you adopt recommendations.
Ma'am, okay, anything else?
Judge, I didn't know if you wanted to also refer to the
I don't know why I didn't,
probation.
I'm sorry?
There's also a technical violation of a prior probation. So I don't know if you want to discuss it also with Captain. What had happened, Judge, is she missed the date, which was originally scheduled for, I believe, May 14th. And there was a misunderstanding. My client made a mistake, but she in fact had gone into probation. She failed to go to the
Counsel, let me do this one. You have other cases to work on, right?
Go ahead, Judge.
You have other cases today, right?
I'll have other cases, yeah.
Why don't I pass this one? I want to look at something before I go any further on this one.
Judge, again, just to give you a bit of a background, there was a technical violation. She failed to attend an anger management on a prior probation that she has with your court. She would complete that within the next week and a half. Her children were sick, and she's got a 4-year-old and a 3-year-old. They'll both be 5 and 3 in August, and we're just asking for mercy and understanding.
Yeah, I understand. I need to take a look at something.
Understand.
I didn't see the probation violation.
I just want to let you know about that too, Judge.
Right, I understand. Thank you. So, ma'am, have a seat and I'll be right back with you. Who's your lawyer, Mr. Eshelman?
Mrs. Is it T?
Patillo.
Patillo.
Well, why don't you go see if she's ready? Pevelier? Let me take that. Kyle Stephen Pevelier.
Yes, sir.
268-3859A and B and C. We have a dog roaming at large and no dog license for civil infractions and vicious act dog as a misdemeanor. Your name?
Kyle Peebler.
You have the right to a lawyer. Would you like a lawyer?
No, sir.
I'm gonna go ahead and arraign you then. You're charged with vicious act, animal. This allegedly occurred on Sherrill Drive near Pamela Court in Brownstown, May 12 of 26 at 7:15 in the morning. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to $500 fines, 90 days jail, costs, or all of those penalties. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights?
Yes, sir.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and we are not going to have a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you still wish to waive your right to a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
You also have the 2 civil infractions I mentioned. No dog license and dog roaming at large. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right, so I am going to do this. I'm going to enter a not guilty plea. What kind of dog is this, sir, allegedly?
Is it Belgian Malinois, sir?
All right. I'm gonna enter a not guilty plea. I'm gonna set a $500 personal bond. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate a law. You must appear in court as direct. I'm going to order that you not have any contact with the victim complainants. You cannot write, phone, see, text, email the victim. You cannot have anybody else do any of those things for you on your behalf. No contact with prosecution witnesses. Your dogs to remain in a fenced-in yard or your home or on a leash, accompanied by you and equipped with a muzzle. Yes,
Speak, sir.
sure.
So I've already been in contact, paid the vet bill with the other individual,
Do you still have the dog?
so the dog, I do have paperwork, sent them euthanized at some point.
Okay, let me do this. I'm sending you to the prosecutor. You explain all that to the prosecutor, okay?
Yes, sir.
And you can show her your paperwork and we'll go from there, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
She was here, Your Honor. She said she'll be right back.
Okay, that's all right. Derek Arthur Eshelman, 260-148-944. Mr. Hogan, you can come on up here, sir.
Morning, Judge. Yeah, I'm the 82378 on behalf of Mr. Eshel.
Your name, sir?
Derek Ushelman.
Sir, your name.
Name Hogan.
Prosecutor offered a plea to assault and battery under section 771.1. I asked for the video, and apparently it no longer exists at the McDonald's. The might have captured the assault, none exists. That's where they are. I'm not, let me just put it to you this way. You better make this one good. Not that you always don't. You always do. But I don't go for this. So, is everything in this report accurate?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm
Yes.
asking, any material additions, corrections, or deletions?
There's no additions, deletions, or corrections.
What would you like to tell me? And by the way, did you get a chance to read this victim's rights statement?
No.
Well, can I read it to you? And if you need to talk to your client about it further, I will.
Okay.
I was shocked and terrified when the crime occurred. I was slammed into the ground and kicked in the face. As a result, I was taken to the emergency room by ambulance, and the doctors told me my rotator cuff was torn on my right shoulder, which is my dominant arm. My right shoulder was dislocated and my nose was broken, as well as swelling and bruising around my arm. I couldn't see out of my eye for a long time, and my arm was in a sling. I possibly need surgery on my left eye after seeing an eye doctor. I also may require surgery on my shoulder. And
I think my charger's in your car.
I also may require surgery on my shoulder, and I go to physical therapy 2 days a week as a result. My glasses were broken, so I had to pay for a replacement. I think it says pour, P-O-U-R. Oh, pair. I'm sorry. I'm in pain and I can't enjoy things like I was able to before. I'll face lifelong pain and suffering from this assault. I'm scared of the man that did this coming after me again. I hope the man that assaulted me is punished with the full extent of the law. I needed assistance going to appointments as well as daily chores. I lived alone and was independent before this, and I've had to ask for help from family. I had to ask for help writing this because it hurt too much. I've also suffered financially due to bills and paying for a replacement pair of glasses. Medicaid only covered a portion of my medical bills, and I do not have enough money to pay them. I've suffered physically, mentally, and financially from this assault that has affected my family as well. We're more on edge from this. I hope justice is well served in this case. So I want to make sure I understand. We're going to come to you in a second, Mr. Hogan, and I want to hear some and see any documentation that you may have regarding your injuries and any necessity of surgery. So go ahead, Ms. Patillo. Have you had a chance to review the report? I know you already said there were no additions, corrections, or deletions.
We did review the report, Your Honor. There are no additions, deletions, or corrections.
Anything you would like to say on his behalf?
Yes, Your Honor. So Mr. Asherman, he is employed and all that, as you can see in the report, he has a child, Your Honor. I know that last time we were here, there were some things put on the record, about the Army and different things like that. Mr. Asherman was not saying that in defense or self-defense or anything like that.
He was saying is the instincts that he gained from the military caused him to do this. And by the way, he fled the scene too, right? Did the military teach him to flee the scene? But anyway, go ahead.
So he made those statements for different reasons. He is very apologetic for the situation. He's very apologetic to what Mr. Hogan has had to go through. He's understands that he may be on the hook to pay some medical bills or things like that, whatever Mr. Hogan was able to produce. But again, Judge, he is very apologetic. He was very apologetic when we spoke. He wishes he could take it back. I don't know that, I know Your Honor may be considering jail time. I would ask for you to forego any jail time because Mr. Eshelman is very apologetic in the situation. He also needs to keep his job. If Mr. Hogan does need restitution, if the court is satisfied with whatever Mr. Hogan presents in terms of medical bills, his glasses that need to be repaired, things like that, Mr. Eshelman will have to pay for that. But if he loses his job, obviously Mr. Hogan would have to wait longer, Your Honor. So I would ask if the court would consider following the recommendation and maybe just order more days on the court work program in lieu of any jail, Judge.
Anything you would like to say, Mr. Eshelman?
I just apologize to him. It was a complete lapse of judgment on my end and it would never happen again. I accept full responsibility for what I did.
How old are you, Mr. Hogan?
67.
How old are you, Mr. Eshelman?
37.
What would you think of him if he kicked a 97-year-old in the face? I am troubled by this. Very troubled by this. I don't like assault cases. And honestly, as far as I can tell, you were acting nothing more than like a bully. I don't like bullies. I didn't like bullies when I was 12, and I don't like them at 67. You have any medical reports?
I just have an imaging order and I have to go and get another ultrasound on my arm, but it does state rotator cuff and.
What kind of injuries have the doctors told you that you have? You're in a courtroom, and I want you to be completely honest with me.
I had a dislocated shoulder that night, off the back end. I have a torn rotator cuff with ligaments and a chip bone in the shoulder. I had nasal bone fractures and an eye socket bone fracture.
Orbital bone?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I have to go back, I think July 24th, because this eye droops and it waters like all the time. I have to go back and see, and right now I'm in physical therapy because the, Dr. Siskowski out of Royal Oak for, where is it, Michigan orthopedic surgeons. He wanted to see.
You gotta take that phone out of here.
The phone has to leave the building. Ma'am,
It's gotta go.
it's gotta go. Please take it out.
Off your car.
Ma'am, take the phone out of the building.
He wants to see if there's between the MRI and physical therapy and ultrasound, if he can tell if there is an additional tearing with possibility of surgery. I believe right now he is trying to not do surgery, and I would rather he didn't. I'm 67 and not playing baseball or anything anymore, so just in my daily.
I want to make sure I understand how this happened. You were in the drive-through, right?
Yes, I was in the outside lane. There was two lanes. When I pulled up, the first lane was occupied by two vehicles, and I pulled to the outside. And the first vehicle left, and they took my order. When I went to pull to the pay window, is when Mr. Hirschman pulled forward in front of me into the pay window and was complaining to them that he was next. And
Then he backed into your car?
then we went to the pay window, so our orders were offset, so they had him pull ahead. And I noticed when I got to the pay window, he had pulled ahead, and his reverse lights were on.
So I beat the horn, blew my lights at him and hollered out the window, don't back up, you're in reverse. Because some people, when they pull forward and they go back up, they,
Right.
you know, and slowly, it was no fast hit, but it just slowly, I don't know if he took his foot off the brake or wasn't paying attention, I like, but it backed into my car. And so I got out, was just gonna, and I said, he just backed into my car. It's like, or my truck. He's like, he gets out and he says, well, show me where I backed into your car, tough guy. And I went to turn like this to the front of my vehicle. And it had snow on it and stuff, because it was, the next thing I knew, I was pushing to. I don't know if I hit.
I'm sorry, say that again. Next thing you know what?
Push. I don't know if I hit the front of my bumper or the ground. I ended up on the ground and I couldn't get up because my arm was, practically wake myself up. And that's when I was kicked
Kicked where?
in the face.
How many times?
Once. Classes were kicked off. The people came out from McDonald's, seeing me laying on the ground. They thought I had got run over in the drive-through. And they asked if I needed a police in their ambulance. And I said yes. And then I don't know if he ever got his order. He ended up leaving and the police came, the ambulance came. Took me to emergency room.
What kind of out-of-pocket do you have? Restitution?
I had a list, but it was turned in.
Have you received all the bills regarding all the treatment that you've had?
So far, yes. Glasses, I have, prescriptions, co-pays, most of my insurance.
I'm gonna set a restitution hearing a couple months out. And I'm gonna have you get everything together. And you are going to send it to the court and to the defense lawyer. Actually, we'll call him Ms.
I think.
Well, hang on, we'll call him Ms. Foley Carter. Yeah, I know, but you're still going, right? And I wanna make sure that everything's covered. And what isn't covered, I'm gonna order him to pay.
As far as the therapy, I just have my schedule. You can like a letter from me now.
How many times are you going to, how many times are you going to therapy?
Twice a week.
Your name?
Yeah.
There's gonna be an issue of restitution. I'm having him get bills together. We're gonna set a restitution hearing in about 2 months. Okay?
Understood.
And I'm gonna have him send everything to you. And I'm gonna ask you to forward it to the court and to Ms. Patillo.
Yeah.
Okay? So give me a restitution hearing date when I'm done here, Heather. Anything else anybody wants to say, I'll be glad to listen. Anything else, Mr. Holt?
Yes, I just, basically what was said in the first report, and I just, kind of rewrote something, about, not being able to do the things I did do and stuff. And having to rely on my children for help and stuff, which I would live alone, I'm very independent, I don't like asking for help and stuff. I understand Mr. Eshelman was either had a bad day or something, I don't believe that's his everyday character, I hope not. But I do ask for your judgment on his punishment. And I would like to tell Mr. Eshelman that I do forgive him for his actions. And like I said, I'm 67 years old, I don't think I was that big into it.
I don't either. You, never been convicted of anything. They're going to take this under section 771. I'll do that. I want you to understand me, Mr. Esham. I have nothing but the highest respect for people that serve and have served in our military. You almost insulted the military when you made the statement to me at the last hearing. My military training kicked in. Now, if you were in Iran and this happened, that'd be one thing. You were in a McDonald's parking lot and you're worried about who's going first through the drive-through. You've got to be kidding me. And you get out and assault a man who's 30 years older than you, that clearly is not as strong as you. You should be ashamed of yourself. I just don't understand this. I don't understand the anger that goes on out here anymore. The animosity among people. I just don't understand it. Like if we all were going to live till we're 1,872 years old, maybe we could afford to act like a jerk now. This is a short life we live. And I just don't like the tough guys. I just don't. You beat up a man 30 years your senior. You kicked him in the head. I saw the pictures. I've read the statements. I've read the reports. You left the scene after this. You knew you did wrong, and somehow, some way, you justified and tried to rationalize it last time on the basis of military training that kicked in. I don't relish sending first offenders to jail. I really don't. 12 months probation. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court. You cannot violate any law or ordinance of any unit of government. If you change your address, your place of employment, or home telephone number, you must notify probation. You do have to report as directed. No contact with the victim, Dennis Hogan. You cannot write, phone, see, text, email him, or communicate with him, or have anybody else do any of those things for you on your behalf. You're not to possess firearms. You're not to possess dangerous weapons. You're to serve an anger management program with 12-week follow-up. I'm going to set a restitution hearing. We're going to give you a date on that, and we're also going to give you a prosecutorial review date, and you're to pay restitution as ordered following the hearing. We're going to give a date on the restitution, Heather, in about 2 months. Do you understand the sentence of the court so far?
I do, Your Honor.
And you didn't serve any time in jail at all, correct?
I did not, Your Honor.
This could be a lot worse. I'm going to order 25 days jail. I'm going to let you serve 7 days on the court work program. There's a $35 a day charge for that, for a total of $245. You're to serve 18 days jail forthwith. You're to pay fines of $200, costs $275, victim fee, $50 justice assessment. Now I'm going to go up. I'm going to go higher than 400 fines. 200 costs, 75 victims' rights, $50 justice assessment. That's 7.25. Screening fee is 60 for 785. Probation fees are 240 for a total of 1,025, plus attorney fees of 40 for 1,065, plus court work program fees. Your total here amounts to 1,310. If you that includes the 7 days on the court work program, you're going to pay restitution as ordered following a hearing. The restitution date will be when, Heather?
We could do August 20th.
Will Ms. Patillo be here that day?
Oh, actually, she will not. We won't have her again until August 26th.
Then let's set it after August 26th.
All right, so we could do August 26th. Then you want to do 8:30?
Yes, August 26th at 8:30. You're to forward all the medical bills to Ms. Foley Carter, sir, Mr. Hogan, by August the 7th. I would like you to appear here as well. And give me a prosecutorial review date where this case would be dismissed on motion of the prosecutor if you're compliant. That has to be before June 17th of 27. Heather, what day am I going to have for that?
That will be the 27 calendar. That could be June 9th.
June 9th to 27 at 8:30 will be your review hearing date. We'll give you paper notices on both of those. I want you to understand something. This could have been a lot worse. This is a first offense and you've never been in trouble, but that's it. I'm sorry. You're in custody for the next 18 days. Good luck. You have 21 days to appeal, 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer. For purposes of appeal, you should have thought about that before you kicked this man in the head. Have a seat.
Yeah, may I speak?
No.
This way, sir.
If you want to speak, I'll let you speak. I'll probably change my mind and make it worse. Do we understand one another?
We do, Your Honor.
If you want to speak, I'll let you speak, but I'll probably change my mind and make the sentence worse. Do we understand one another?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, have a seat.
Come on, this way.
I'm taking a 5-minute recess.
Your Honor,
Who's on? Who? What? Ms. Ford, I'll be right with you. Give me a second. I'll be right with you.
okay. What took off the,
No.
He's just. I used to see it. Let's see how. Picture of my thing. That's what the judge said. Yeah, that's nice. It's weird. Oh. You might be in charge of.
Yeah, you should be.
Then, I mean, that's a small game. You might be like, cook tomorrow, I still here. But I.
It's crazy.
Also.
Yeah, yeah, you don't make it. You gotta just go touch somebody. Yeah, but somebody. So somebody. Yeah, you see like that. That's my real.
6 years, all had rainfall. But.
Yeah, you gotta get your CPL. The other that's what we do, they can come back, shoot. I'm gonna get mine out, it's in there, everything. I'm gonna make down for coffee. And.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, oh, yeah, girl, and positive you.
Well, it's crazy doing. Wait, oh.
Sir, yeah, oh.
Yeah, and it was, something about that thing they changed. Didn't want to put it with tremendous amount of, you know. You're understanding. I do, you know, spend probably extended. Police when they found the car that they can find him. Speeding or everywhere.
That's great.
He took it off. Yeah.
Stay seated. Court is back in session. All right. Where's Ms. Ford at, Heather?
I'm not sure where she went, Judge. She must have logged off.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Which one do you have, Mr. Camilleri?
Trotter, Judge.
In the file.
I just got it, Joe.
Okay. Lamont Thomas Irvin. She's writing it up. I'll get you next.
Certainly, Judge.
Lamont Thomas Irvin. 260-150-984A and B. Is your lawyer in here?
No, sir, not at the time.
All right. Why don't you have a seat right there at the table there, sir? Why don't we call in Jessica? I'm going to take this break.
Thanks much, Judge.
Natalie Brown. Call in Jessica over there, 245. Natalie Nicole Brown, 26F245-755B. And I also have 25F258-9442.
Good morning, Judge and staff. John Graziani, bring up behalf of Natalie Nicole Brown, Judge.
Your name, ma'am?
Yeah.
All right, so I do have a probation violation on an assault on a charge that was reduced to disturb the peace. It was taken under HIDA on September 4 of 25. There was a no contact provision in there. Among others, no contact with Solomon Knighton. And then I have a charge that defendant failed to complete the anger management program with 4-week follow-up on that charge, and also failure to refrain from having contact, direct or indirect, with Solomon Knighton, and also failure to refrain from violating a law, to wit, pleading guilty to destruction of property on April 30th, 26 through this court. That's the charge for which she is in here for me to sentence her on. But, so essentially here, we have one technical violation and 2 non-technical violations, violation of the no contact and commission of a crime. So with that, counsel, have you had a chance? I don't know which direction I want to proceed first here. Give me 1 second. Just give me 1 second on that, please. I don't know which direction I want to proceed, but I think maybe we should address the probation violation first.
Absolutely, Judge.
Ms. O'Donnell, your name?
Just go on.
All right, so what is she going to do on that?
Judge, with regard to, failing to attend the anger management program, she pleads guilty through that with an explanation, sir.
That's count 1.
That is correct.
And what about the failure to refrain from having contact in violation of the law?
Judge, it's a little bit sticky here because of the fact that this is made for DD sitcom. She lives in the same complex as her ex does, and she has indicated to me that she uses her ex's mother to pick up the children. So in terms of indirect contact, she is guilty, but she has not
On this other case here, she broke into his apartment.
That was the separate case, Judge. That's a separate one.
But that's the one that she's being violated on. That's the one that she's alleged that there's two things here. She's alleged to have committed a destruction of property, which is the violation of the law set forth in count 3. And I'm presuming your name, that was the basis for the failure to refrain from having contact.
That's
So the fact that she broke in, had contact with him, committed an MDOP, that for which she pled guilty on the MDOP, that forms the basis for these two
You want
charges.
me, I thought you were addressing that. She's guilty. Is that correct, ma'am?
Yes, I'm guilty.
Hang on. So let me take your plea then. So if you plead guilty to failure to complete anger management, you could get 5 days. Plus you had one technical violation, so you could get 10 on that. On that charge, as a result of this, you could get 90 days if you plead guilty to failure to refrain from having contact and violation of the law. Do you understand that? You have the right to a hearing on these. At that hearing, you have the right to bring in your own witnesses, to use the subpoena powers of the court to bring in those witnesses, to testify or remain silent. If you remain silent, that silence would not be held against you. At a hearing, you have the right to question their witnesses, cross-examine them, bring in your own witnesses using the subpoena powers of the court to bring in those witnesses. Do you understand that?
Yes.
If you plead guilty, you're waiving all those rights and we're not going to have a hearing of any kind. Do you understand that? All right, to count 1 that you failed to complete anger managed with 4-week follow-up. How do you plead? You failed to complete anger management with 4-week follow-up.
Yes.
I gotta have you speak up.
Yes.
Is the count 2 that you failed to refrain from having contact, direct or indirect, with Solomon Knighton? How do you plead?
Guilty.
Failed to do that. In other words, did you have contact with Mr. Knighton after I ordered you not to have contact with him?
Yes.
To the charge you violated a law or ordinance, being convicted of MDOP, offense date March 29, 26, while you were on probation on this case, and pleading guilty to that charge on April 30th, 26. How do you plead to that? Were you in fact convicted on April 30th, 26 of MDOP, malicious destruction of property arising out of an offense that occurred on March the 29th of 26?
Yeah.
Anybody in the world force you to plead guilty? All right, I'm gonna accept your plea to those 3 charges. You had 1 prior technical violation. So now you have 2 total, and you have 2 non-technical violations for which there is no limit to the amount of time that you can be given up to the maximum. So do you understand all of that?
Yes.
All right. Let's start now. Did you review the pre-sentence report with her, and are there any material additions, corrections, or deletions?
Judge, I did no material deletions or corrections to be made.
Anything you'd like to say on her behalf?
Judge, like I said, this is made for a sitcom. They live in the same apartment complex. Other than this,
So by the way, is a Solomon Knighton here? Either on Zoom or in person? Go ahead.
Judge, they live in the same apartment complex. Other than this unfortunate incident of malicious destruction of property, the contact that's been maintained with Mr. Knighton is through his mother to pick up the children and drop them off at Mr. Knighton's residence. That's what's been happening over here. Mr. Knighton has a significant other in his life. My client, Ms. Brown, wants nothing to do with him. She has a lot of challenges to deal with, particularly one of her children who's autistic, so her hands are full. She also helps out her mother at the residence, and she intends to start classes in the fall at Wayne County Community College. With regard to the anger management, even though it's a separate issue, Judge, her children were sick at that time, and she planned on taking care of that within the next week.
Can I tell you what I'm going to do? I don't know what you're thinking, young lady. You know the right to break into somebody's house. You better get your anger management done. Let's
I am still participating in government.
You're not doing too well. I'm gonna give you some time to go complete that. Give me a sentencing date when Mr. Graziani is here again.
Case is taken under HIDA and she is scheduled for a prosecutor review June 25th. Just so you have that.
Well, I have no choice but to revoke that status.
Judge, if you can, please consider not revoking it. I realize it sounds like she's been pretty bad, but the fact is she has tremendous responsibilities. The situation in the apartment complex essentially sets this young lady up for failure. I mean, it's, like I said, even the drop off of the children, I'm surprised more incidents can occur. Sure they know about it.
Listen, I admire your advocacy here, but she didn't do what she was supposed to do. I gave her 10 months to complete I placed her on probation for 10 months in September. This is June. She hasn't completed her anger management. She violated the no contact provision and she went out and committed another crime. I'm sorry. I'm going to go ahead and set a sentence. I'm going to set a sentencing date on this in a month. I'm entering the conviction, revoking her HIDA status on that charge, the disturb the peace, which the prosecutor was gracious enough to give her. We'll set a sentencing date on that, and I'm going to sentence you anew on that. I'll make a note, HIDA status revoked, set sentencing. I'll set the sentencing on the other case. We're going to give her about 4 weeks, and hopefully she'll do this. Okay?
You're referring to the anger management.
Yes. Give me a date.
And you want this when Mr. Graziani is here?
Yes.
Could you tell me, Mr. Graziani, I do not have the July calendar. Can you tell me when you're
July.
here?
I could check my record.
I'll tell you what, you go down, you check your record, you take her down, and you guys give your,
Thank you so much. Thank you.
all right?
Thank
That's
you,
what I'll
Judge.
do. What case do you have, Ms. Ford? You've been waiting, but I want to tell you, you're gonna either have to be in your office or in the court. Where are you, in another court right now?
Well, I was in my office. I walked down to the lobby. We were in the office. I have another live court hearing.
I'm just telling you, what do you got here for me? I don't even know what file you have.
Kathleen Hasselbach.
Where's Kathleen Hasselbox? Do we have
We
that?
were just getting a continued date for
I
discovery.
know, but I need a file. I don't have a file.
I know, Your Honor. May I have permission to go to court and get this hearing date out of her presence? Otherwise, I'll stay here all morning and I'll miss my
You
other.
have the Hasselbox file?
You just
Give me it. Listen, but you gotta be a little more organized for me next time, okay? Kathleen Megan Hasselback, 260-260-9851-852 and 853. Your appearance?
Deborah Geraldine Bledsoe Ford on behalf of Kathleen Hasselbach, who's sitting to my right.
Your name,
Where-
ma'am?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Say your name.
Oh, Kathleen Hasselback.
You gotta either be in your office next time, Ms. Ford, or you gotta be in the building, okay?
Your Honor, I am. I'm in the building of the lobby of the office building. We've been there since like 8:30.
To tell you, I got a lot going on. The prosecutor just brought the file. I don't know when it came in, but does she stand mute and wait formal reading? I got a drunk driving, I got a super drunk, and I've got leaving the scene of a property damage accident. Does she stand mute and wait formal reading?
Yes, she does.
All right, I'm gonna enter a not guilty plea. Does she have any priors?
No. Oh, excuse me, I'm wrong.
Yes.
The prior OWI.
She does? What year?
What year?
2019, I believe.
2019.
What was the alleged breathalyzer blood result here? It had to be more than 0.17.
I don't have that number right offhand. She's working, she's here with her mother. She's, in my opinion, responsible.
She got, I don't know what.
We asked that reasonable bond be set.
I have no knowledge of the facts of this case. I don't have any knowledge of anything here. So she's got a prior in 19. Where is she employed at?
Ford Motor Company, Your Honor.
She has a very good job at Ford Motor Company. She's been there for a while. How many
The
years?
243. Here's what I'll do. I'll give you $1,000 personal bond. I'm looking at this one document here. I'll give you a $1,000 personal bond. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. No alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs. I want you going to AANA at least 2 times a week, And you have to appear here at the courthouse. You have to obtain a SoberLink device by the end of the day. That is a machine that you're going to blow into, young lady. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you want to call over here to extension 245, you can do that, Ms. Ford, and you guys can figure it out. No contact with prosecution witnesses. They're going to send her out to go get the SoberLink, I'm sure, but you have to be on that SoberLink device by the end of the day. So actually, I think it's best. Where do you live at? What city?
Gibraltar.
Yeah, so either way, why don't you just come over here and they'll give you instructions, okay?
That's
So
what
this is-
she'll do.
Can I ask a
Uh,
question?
Yes,
Is that device for my vehicle or for?
that's for you to blow into. It's a
Handheld.
SoberLink device. It's a machine. You're gonna blow into it 5 times a day.
Okay.
Okay? And I'll give you guys a pretrial date. Give me a pretrial date if you would.
ICR classes?
That is going to be on July 1st at 9:30.
Good with
Thank
you, Ms.
you.
Ford?
Yes.
All right, so again, you either have to be here or you have to be in your office. It looks like you guys are in a lobby.
But Your
That's
Honor,
fine,
we
but-
really were in the office and
I believe you, but I mean, I can't get to everybody as quick as I want to, you know what I
I
mean?
know, I know,
Big
I understand.
docket today, I'm doing the best I
We're
can.
in the
It's not
office
like I got
building.
out
No,
here late.
just out of respect for the court, we are in the office building. I'm in the lobby.
I
But
know,
we're-
I get it.
Okay, okay,
I will
thank
need
you.
Either in your office on July 1 or at the building.
I fully
got it.
will
All right, good
comply.
enough. Have a good day. Thank you
Bye.
very much. Thank you. Heather,
Yes, Judge.
if I want you to put the credit on here. Well, I guess we should. I just want to make sure they're not going to let them out.
It does
This-
say right at the end, it says how many days total of, I could take the credit off if you want, but it does just say 18 days.
I think I'd rather you do that if you would.
I can
okay?
white it, but I can just put the whiteout on it if you want me to do that, if you want to sign it.
That's fine. I'll do that. Trotter, Lillian, Joe Star Trotter, 26B150-733 A and B. Good morning, Mr. Camilleri, your appearance.
Morning, Judge. Ken Camilleri on behalf of Lillian Trotter. I'm happy to say Ms. Trotter is in my office with me. We're dressed properly. We're not upset that we had to wait 10 minutes for you.
Okay. Well, that's nice to hear.
In light of the arraignment, Judge, my client would waive arraigning and stand mute. I am retained counsel. This is a first-time offense for her.
All right, young lady, your name?
Lillian Trotter.
You got to keep your voice up nice and loud for me.
Lillian
Ma'am.
Trotter.
I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time hearing you.
Lillian Trotter.
All right. Counsel, she had a .205 allegedly. Here's what I'm going to do. I'll give her she stands mute, waives formal reading, you said, correct?
Correct, Judge.
Was she printed that night? It doesn't look like it.
No, she was not, Judge, which we can have done immediately.
All right, so here's what I'll do. Personal bond, $1,000. No alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs. I want you going to AANA at least 1 time a week. And you have to go over to the Brownstown Police Department to be fingerprinted and photographed by 1 p.m. today. Okay, ma'am, by 1 p.m. today, you have to go there. No contact with prosecution witnesses. Again, you cannot leave the state, cannot violate law. You must appear in court as directed. Do you understand all of that?
Yes, Judge.
All right. And ma'am, you understand that, right?
Yes, Judge.
All right, so you have to go over there by 1 PM today, June the 17th. And now I'll give you your court date. What do you have for me, Heather?
That will be July 1st at 9:30.
July the 1st. Is that good with you, Mr. Camilleri?
Yeah, yes, Judge, and I would tell the court, I believe the matter will, result in a plea deal at that time. The documents are being sent to me already electronically, Judge.
Good enough. So I'll see you guys July the 1st at 9:30. Have a good day. Give her a form, ma'am. You have to go to AA in person. Every time you go, you have to have the form signed. And every time you come to court, you have to bring the form with you. Will you do that for me, please?
I will, Judge.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
You as well.
Thanks. Lamont Thomas Irvin, 26B150984A and B. Could I have Barker up here at the table? My right, your left. Barker. Deshaun Barker. Sir, your name?
Lamont Irvin.
Mr. Crawford.
Morning, Dr. Michael Crawford, sir.
All right. So what do we have here? We have a failure to yield and drive while suspended. He's going to stand mute and waive formal reading for purposes of arraignment. Is that true?
True, Your Honor.
And then he's going to plead guilty to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive with the understanding that the failure to yield and suspend will be dismissed if he also pleads to distracted driving. Is that right?
That is correct.
Is that what you want to do? If you plead to distracted driving, that is a civil infraction. If you plead to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, that is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 500 fines, 90 days jail, costs, or all of those. Do you understand that, sir? Did you sign, read, and understand an advice of rights form here today? Nice and loud for me. If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and we're not going to have a hearing or a trial of any kind. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
To the charge, allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Were you in control of a 2011 Ford that was being operated on Sibley's and Telegraph in Brownstown, November 13 and 26?
Yes, sir.
To allow somebody to drive that was unlicensed, and was that you?
Yes, Your
And
Honor.
are you on probation or parole?
Guilty. I'm sorry. Can you repeat it?
Yeah. Are you on probation or parole?
No, Your Honor.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
To the charge distracted driving, do you plead responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
I'll accept the plea to distracted driving, accept the plea to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, it having been made voluntarily and understandingly, and it being accurate. The suspend and failure to yield are dismissed, and I'm ready for sentence. Counsel, are you?
Yes, Your Honor.
What do you have?
My client, feels terrible about this, but he is working on getting his driver's license. He understands he cannot drive, and he will not drive until this is resolved. Of course, you know that he is gainfully employed. He works at Del Taco in Dearborn Heights. Works there full-time, been there about a year. But it doesn't make a lot of money, so we're proposing a payment arrangement and hoping the court will take that into consideration and help him move along and get his driver's license.
Anything you'd like to say, sir?
No, Your Honor.
On the allowing the unlicensed driver to drive, 100 fines, 135 costs, 75 victims' rights, $50 justice assessment, 360 or 60 days, 195 on the distract. So you owe $555. Can he pay anything at all today?
Yes, he can, Your Honor. My client's gonna pay $250 today, and he proposes to pay $200 every 2 weeks starting.
All right, let me just make a note of this. So he's gonna pay now the fair to yield, that's 195. You said he has 260, right?
250, Your Honor.
250, so he's gonna pay 55 now on the allowing unlicensed driver to drive, and then $200 bi-weekly, did you say?
Yes, starting June the 26th.
$200 bi-weekly beginning June the 26th, okay? If something happens, you need more time, call the court, we'll go on Zoom, or you can come in here on or before the due date at 8:30. I'll be glad to give you an extension, okay? Best of luck. Thank you. Thank you. Good luck. Do I have Deshaun Barker here? Deshaun Lamont Barker. 26B150906. Your name?
My name is Deshaun Barker.
You're charged with retail fraud. You have the right to a lawyer. Do you want one?
Yes.
We'll set you up with a defense lawyer. Go right out in the hallway. My court officer will set you up and we'll go from there, okay? All right. People against Secreto, Brandon Lee Secreto. 25B149110.
Morning, Your Honor. Michael Crawford, representing Mr. Secreto, who's approaching. Excuse me for the record, so Brian, please.
This is a trespass?
It is, Your Honor.
Boy, you waited this one out, Mr. Secreto. I hope you're gonna show a little more respect going forward if you ever get a ticket in here. Because I'll remember you and I will set a high cash bond. You play games with me like this again. Do we understand one another?
Yes, sir. But I did write you a letter, sir. I was in Salvation Army. I wrote you a letter when I was there. I wrote, I don't know if you got it, but I did write you a letter, but I do apologize, Your Honor.
Prosecutor moves to dismiss, says the complaining witness no longer wishes to proceed. Case dismissed, motion to prosecutor. You're gonna get all your bond money back, or whoever posted it. Did you post it or somebody else?
My boss posted it when he put in my name, Your Honor.
Well, go down the hall and they'll process that. We're giving them all back, Heather. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Gregory Sorrell. Gregory Sorrell, 267843401. Is he here?
I'm trying to move him out of the breakout room right now, Judge. If I have to, I'll just close the breakout rooms for a second, but I'm trying to move him out. If I have to close them, I have it at a 10-second.
All right, why don't you step aside 1 second, Mr. Crawford? Come on up here, Kyle Stephen Peebler. This is 26B83859A. Okay, sir. Good morning again. Your name?
Peebler, Your Honor.
We're gonna go ahead and adjourn this. Give me a date 2 weeks out, if you would, Heather. Prosecutor's gonna speak to the victim regarding all out of pocket expenses, restitution, if any.
This is on Peebler?
Correct.
Okay, we can do July 1st at 9:45.
Okay, July 1 at 9:45. You can go down the hall, we'll give you a notice, all right? Best of luck to you.
I'm closing the breakout rooms right now, so Sorrell comes out.
People against Gregory Sorrell, Gregory Lynn Sorrell, file number 267843401. Mr. Sorrell, you'll have to get them to help you start your video and state your name, please.
Morning, Your Honor. Michael Crawford, representing Mr. Sorrell.
Mr. Sorrell, you're going to have to start your video, sir. Tell the deputies. Mr. Sorrell, is he gone now? Looks like he's
No,
gone.
he went back. I don't know why he went back to the breakout room. Trying to bring him back out again.
Okay.
I'm just, oh, wait, here he is. He came back out.
Okay, Mr. Sorrell, I need you just to start your video and unmute. You can tell the deputies that.
All right, right now I am.
Hello, Judge McNally.
Good morning, deputy. Mr. Sorrell, your name?
Gregory L. Sorrell.
Mr. Crawford?
Michael Crawford, representing Mr. Sorrell.
So I understand this is going to be a plea of guilt to trespass, true?
That is correct, Your Honor.
If you plead guilty here, sir, the possible penalties are up to 500 fines, 90 days jail. Costs are all those. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Did you sign I'm sorry, you're presumed innocent. They have to prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to a trial. At a trial, you have the right to question their witnesses, to bring in your own. To use the subpoena powers of the court to bring in those witnesses. If you plead guilty, you're giving up all those rights. You're waiving your right to a jury trial. You're waiving your right to a trial of any kind. Do you understand that?
Yes.
To the charge of trespassing, how do you plead?
Guilty.
On June 11 of 26, we at 22482 Allen Road in Woodhaven at 8:50 p.m.
Yes.
And that was a Subway, right?
Yes.
And you'd been trespassed from them, told not to go back there by their owners and management, correct?
Yes.
But you went back anyway, right?
Yes.
Are you on probation or parole?
No.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No.
Plea is accepted to trespassing. I'm ready for sentence, I think.
Your Honor, my client has been incarcerated for 7 days.
I know, but you know how many times he's gotten trespassing tickets?
I understand that he's had numerous contact with police, Your Honor. This will be his last time. He understands he should not have returned to Subway. and he will conduct himself accordingly. He's got some bright future plans for himself.
He's always telling me, where's he going with his mobile home? Where
Sir,
are you going?
I'm getting my social security right now. I'm gonna be 66 years old this July 9th, and I'm getting
Mr. Sorrell, you have been in front of me and Judge Hessen a countless number of
oh man, here we go.
All right, I won't say anything. I'll just go ahead and send you. Because you're gonna keep doing it and doing it and doing it. If somebody wants to think I'm a bad guy for putting you in jail for trespassing, that's too bad.
I'm getting 2 houses. I'm not gonna do it. I'm getting 2 houses.
I've heard it.
But I am getting 2 houses. I don't lie. I'm about God, man. I witness to people is all I do. That's why.
Sent to the court that you serve 45 days jail, credit 6, serve 39 more. You're gonna stop doing this. You have 21 days to appeal, 14 days to apply for a court appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. No fines, no costs. Shut them off.
Gave me 39 days.
Yes, I did, and I'm gonna give you 90
You know what?
next
Your
time.
dad
Knock it
was
off.
way better.
Shut
Your
him
dad
off,
was way
Better.
better than you ever dreamed to be as a.
Would you still call it just a mistake after hearing what happened to this victim? That's the question raised in this emotional courtroom hearing. A 67-year-old man described how a simple disagreement in a McDonald's drive-thru turned into a violent assault. According to the victim, after a minor vehicle incident, the defendant became aggressive, shoved him to the ground, and kicked him in the face. The injuries were severe. The victim told the court he suffered a dislocated shoulder, a torn rotator cuff, facial fractures, vision problems, and months of physical therapy. He explained how the attack changed his life, forcing him to rely on family for everyday tasks. The defendant apologized and admitted it was a complete lapse in judgment, but the judge wasn't convinced that an apology alone could erase the damage. In one of the strongest moments of the hearing, the judge called the behavior bullying and made it clear how troubled he was by the attack on an older man. After hearing both sides, the court prepared to decide what justice.
He's gone, Judge.
Roberts, James Patrick Roberts. 265-415-300 A, B, and C.
Morning, Your Honor. Leanna Belcher on behalf of Mr. Roberts. Mr. Roberts, please take a name for the record.
Same Patrick Roberts, Your Honor.
So this is gonna be a plea to 5 over. They're gonna dismiss the expired plate, the speeding, and the no ops, the 21 to 25 over, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
To the charge of 5 over, which is 1 point, Mr. Roberts. You plead responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
Plea is accepted. Fines and costs are gonna be $180. And I will go ahead, please. 5 over. Fines cost $185. The expired plate is dismissed pursuant to stipulation. The no ops is dismissed pursuant to stipulation. The 21 to 25 over are dismissed. Okay?
That's it.
Thank you. You can pay that now? Have a good day. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
If you'd like the court to know, he thinks you're an excellent.
Oh, okay. Thanks. All right. What else do we have?
He's got a couple files of logging in, Judge.
Judge, Judge, can I ask you real quick? How much did you say for that speeding ticket with Mr. Robert?
185.
185. Thank you.
You guys have been waiting a long time. What is your name? Okay. Can you see if you can? All right. I've got Jermaine Malik Paula, 24B146938A. That is the charge of operating while impaired. I also have resist and obstruct an officer on file 24B146938B. And then I have 2 civil infractions, 24B147070C and 7070B. And those are for no proof of insurance and PBT refusal. So let's take one thing at a time. Have you had a chance, first of all, your appearances, please?
Bianca TOB 82378 on behalf of Mr. Jermaine Powell.
All right. What are we doing on this?
So after the sentencing, we did review the report and there are no additions, deletions, or corrections.
Right. Okay. Is there anything that you would like to say on his behalf?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Powell told me that he has been going to AA. The last time he went was June 11th, 2026. He only receives Social Security as income right now. He's compliant with his medication. He's going to enroll with community mental health. He does have a medical marijuana card, which is current, Your Honor. It doesn't expire until May 2028. He's cleared up. There was a warrant in Detroit. He cleared that. He does have a hearing date on June 23rd, 2026, and then he's working on clearing up his other warrants. Oh, for the AA, he is going to Oak of Righteous in Monroe.
Oak of Righteous?
Yeah.
All right. Mr. Paul? Is there anything, sir, that you would like to tell me before I sentence you?
You have a sober head too.
I can't hear you.
I do have a sober head. So with the AA, we go off the app where we can keep ourselves sober, and we put the type of liquor we want, and we just go up and then we get it sober. But I met a lot of friends in the AA, so we went all sober, so and continue our sober together as a friend group. So right, this.
All right. But you've seen that, all of that, right? You've seen his AA verification, correct?
Yeah.
You gotta keep yourself out of trouble, sir.
I'm moving forward with my life. I'm clearing up everything.
I'm gonna place you on probation for a period of 12 months. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate any law or ordinance. If you change your address, your place of employment or home telephone number, you must notify probation. You have to report as directed. No alcohol, no illegal drugs, no marijuana. You're not to take kratom. You're not to consume food or other items that contains kratom, poppy seeds, and CBD oils. Those are prohibited. If you consume any of those items, that will be deemed a violation. I will not violate you if you test positive for THC, so long as you possess a valid medical marijuana card. You're to submit to chemical testing, PBTs and ETGs bi-weekly for 2 months. If you're clean, I'll then make it monthly. You're to attend AA twice a week until you're in an intensive outpatient treatment program. Once you get in an intensive outpatient treatment, you no longer have to attend AA or NA. So attend AA, NA twice a week until you're in intensive outpatient treatment. Attend the Victims Impact Panel, which is one night put on by Mothers Against Drunk Drivers. For all of your open warrants, I'm not gonna give you 60 days, I'll give you 30, but you gotta get taken care of those. You're to pay fines of $300, costs $200, $75 victim charge fee, $50 justice assessment, $60 and a screening fee. So your total there amounts to $685. You have $240 in probation fees for $925. You have cost of recovery of $225 for a total of $1,150. You also have attorney fees of $40, bringing your total to $1,190. I'm also going to order 5 days jail credit 1. I'll let you serve those as follows: 3 days on the court work program. There's a $35 a day charge for that, for a total of $105. That brings your total here to $1,295. So 3 days court work program, I'll let you do the other day by way of community service. 8 hours of community service. I'm gonna give you all the way until August the 10th to complete that. I'm concerned about some of these controlled substance charges you had in the past. And we got to get you under control. you may be eligible for early discharge. If you're compliant, you've done everything, no violations within the preceding 90 days after 6 months, you will be discharged. On the resist, hinder, and obstruct, I'm gonna go light on you, but you gotta maintain control. 100 fines, 50 costs, 75 victims' rights, $50 justice assessment. I'm not putting you on probation on that. It's 275 or 90 days. And I need him to pay these civil infraction files. I hope he has the money, because they've been outstanding for quite some time. How much does he owe? Somewhere in the neighborhood of about $650, Heather?
On the civil infractions, let's see here, Judge. On the PBT, he owes $332. And on the no insurance, he owes $362.
How much?
$362.
So you owe $694 on those. You gonna pay those today, Mr. Powell?
So, Your Honor, those are defaulted, correct?
They've been defaulted. We adjourned this over. He stood mute on April 22nd, went into default on these. These were from 2024. I mean, if I have to, I'll do a contempt hearing. I'm hoping he's just gonna pay these today.
Can he pay something today and be put on a plan for the rest, Your Honor? He did have insurance at that time. I guess he just didn't show it.
Well, he didn't come in and show up for the court date. I mean, I'm not gonna go back and revisit something that happened 2 years ago. Sorry. I can't do that. How much does he have today? Does he have $600?
Yeah, I could pay the rest of it to the six. I get the check, it's time to pay all of it.
You pay 200 now. On 707B. 7070B. Balance by June the 30th. You pay on the no insurance, you said you owe $362 on that?
Correct, Judge.
You pay $310 on that by June the 30th. And I'll waive the balance, okay? So you're gonna be able to do that? You're gonna be able to pay somewhere in the neighborhood of not only 200 today, but about another 420 on the June the 30th? You gonna be able to do that? I can't hear you.
Oh, yes, Norm.
All right, and then I'll set up a payment plan for you. On the resist and obstruct, maybe you can print out a notice form on the resist and obstruct.
I'm sorry,
On
on
the
the no insurance one, I missed how much you wanted him to pay and then waive the balance.
He's gonna pay $310 by June 30th, and I'm
Okay.
waiving the balance, so I'm cutting off $52. Then on the resist and obstruct, I'm simply gonna give you until August the 10th to pay that one. That's $275. Then on the impaired charge, I'm gonna let you start paying on that on August the 20th. What's August 10th? What day of the week is that?
Let me take a look here. That falls on a Monday.
Beginning August the 17th, then you pay 60 a week on the drunk driving. You understand? And she's gonna print out everything. Now, if you don't have the money, it's not a problem. Just be reasonable with me. Call the court. We'll go on Zoom or come in here on it before the due date. I will be more than happy to give you an extension, okay? I wish you well. Good luck. Thank you very much. Have a great day. You'll meet with probation too before you leave here. Alexander Michael Stan Scheinfeld, 26B150831.
Morning, Your Honor. Beyond Patillo, 82378 on behalf of Mr. Scheinfeld. Can you tell the judge your name?
Name's Alex. Alex what? Scheinfeld? Okay. I'll enter a not guilty plea.
Your Honor, this is the arraignment, Mr. Scheinfeld, he stands mute and waive reading of the charge.
All right, not guilty pleas entered. I'm a little concerned about this. I want you to know, $1,000 personal bond You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court. You cannot violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. No contact with Aaron Straub. Remind me, what is the nature of his disability?
Autism. He has the mental capacity of about a 6 to an 8-year-old. The group home manager is here and the mother is also here.
Do they have any ideas here? I just want to make sure this doesn't happen. No contact with Aaron Straub. You cannot leave the state. You cannot violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. I'll give you a new court date. Maybe they can come up with something that I can order them to do that might help by July the 1st, okay? Thank you. July 1st at what time, Heather?
We can do 10 o'clock.
10 a.m. Okay. Mr. Scheinfeld, I wish you well. Okay, sir? Best of luck to you.
Wait, I can't leave the state.
Why, do you need to leave the state? Well, if you need to leave the state, then you can ask me next court date. I'll be glad to give you an,
Thank you.
okay? All right, no problem. Best of luck to you.
Thank you, Judge.
And Laura, I'm sorry, Heather, we don't even need him to fill out a petition. Just, let's keep Ms. Patillo on there for him, okay?
Okay, I will.
DeJuan, Andy Wilson, 23B 143901 A. And then I have 2OM 786 266 A. Hang on one second. 2OM 786 266 B and C and 23B 143901 B.
The applicant 82378 on behalf of Mr. DeJuan Wilson.
I hope he's coming up with money to pay all these tickets he's had outstanding for the longest time.
So, Your Honor, he is working on paying off tickets not only in this court, but in other courts. So we are requesting an adjournment just to see how much he can get paid off and how many warrants he's cleared. So the prosecutor makes that offer.
Better get going on these. I thought I set this for a pretrial for July 1 at 9. That's what I wrote down on file 23B143901A.
For Mr. Wilson, we haven't had him up yet.
Did I already write something down before on June 8th, I wrote pretrial July 1 at 9 a.m. But that's okay. It's not the end of the world. That's what I'll make it. I'm gonna send all these files down. They want an adjournment for clearances. Just have them
July
set them
1st
all.
at 9?
Yep, July 1 at
Okay.
9. Okay?
Sounds good.
You gotta get your money together, sir, on these, okay? But wait a minute, Heather. I got a state case here. I don't know what I got here, but I'm gonna let you
Those
figure
are
out.
all show cause. They look like they're all non-payment show causes on those ones.
You go down and she'll figure everything out and she'll give you court dates down there, sir.
We were requesting 30 days, Judge. Only because he needs to pay some stuff off. And July 1 is like a couple.
He's had 3 years, Mr. Wilson.
I understand that, sir, and I do apologize for that. It's just financial stability. I'm in a good state right now, so.
Where do you work at?
I work at Hollis Work, I'm a plant manager in Dearborn.
You're a good looking guy.
I appreciate it.
You gotta stop acting like a child.
I completely understand that. But
Heather, give him another 2 weeks. July 15th, I think. I'm gonna let her figure it out down the hall with you, okay?
Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you, Judge.
Oratoris Blandon Johnson. Oratoris Brandon Johnson, 260-150-198A. B and C.
The applicant 82378 on behalf of Mr. Taurus Johnson. Taurus Johnson.
So he's gonna plead guilty under section 7411, right?
Yes.
The possession of a controlled substance, right?
Yes.
And then they're going to go ahead and dismiss, once he does that, the expired plate. He's also gonna plead on to resist and obstruct under section 771.1, right? So, sir, do you understand all that?
Yes, sir.
If you plead guilty to resist and obstruct an officer, I'll take it under 771.1. I will send you for a pre-sentence report. I'll set terms and conditions, and if you're compliant at the end of the specified period of probation, the case will be dismissed. If you do that and you plead on the possession of a controlled substance, I'll take that under 7411 and I'll set terms and conditions on that. If you're compliant on that, I'll dismiss that case at the end of the specified period. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And then once you plead to those two today, I'm going to go ahead and dismiss the expired plate. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Did you sign, read, and understand an advice of rights form here today? If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights. There will be no hearing or trial. Do you understand that?
Yes.
In possession of a controlled substance is punishable under local ordinance by up to 500 fines, 90 days jail, costs are all those. And those are the same possible penalties with the resist and obstruct. You understand all that?
Yes, sir.
That's a mouthful. Do you have any questions before I go on? To the charge possession of a controlled substance, how do you plead? To the charge resist, hinder, and obstruct an officer, how do you plead?
Yes.
Were you on I-75 southbound near Sibley in a 2012 Chrysler in Brownstown on February 1 and 22nd?
Yes, sir.
And what did you do that makes you guilty of possession of a controlled substance? You had hydrocodone? No prescription for it, correct?
No, sir.
And it was yours?
Yes, sir.
Where was it in the car?
It was actually on person. I had it
In your pocket?
yes.
And to the charge of, and what did you do that makes you guilty of possession? I'm sorry, resist, hinder, and obstruct an officer.
I didn't pull over, when I should have.
All right.
I seen,
You saw the oscillating lights and you continued to go. Is that true?
yes,
How far did you make them follow you before you pulled over? How many miles?
I'm not sure, sir.
Can you give me an estimate?
If I may, Your Honor?
Yeah.
When you got off of the freeway, about how far is your house from the freeway? So about half a mile.
Are you on probation or parole right now?
No, sir.
Anybody forced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept your plea. I'll take your resist and obstruct plea to under 771.1. I'll take the plea to possession of a controlled substance under section 7411. I'm going to refer you for a screening and assessment. Again, I'm dismissing the expired plate. We're going to give you a sentence date. You've got the bond in place and we'll give you a sentence date. Is that going to be on July 1, Heather?
Yes, at 8:30.
Sentencing will be July the 1st at 8:30, okay? You'll go down the hall, get your notice, you'll go over to probation, you'll fill out a questionnaire and be interviewed, and you'll come back for sentencing on both of those cases at that time. Do you understand me?
Yes.
All right, any questions? I wish you well. Good luck to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Judge.
Have a great
Trial
day.
date needs to be removed.
Right, we're taking out the jury trial date.
Yes, I did take that out already.
Thank you very much. Barker.
Thank you, Judge.
Deshaun Lamont Barker, 26B150906. All right,
Sorry, Your Honor, Gil Crawford, representing the defendant, is approaching.
Mr. Barker, your name.
Sean Barker.
Does he stand me wait formal reading?
Yes, Your Honor.
What is that 23007 Telegraph in Brownstown?
I think that's CDS.
All right, so I'm entering a not guilty plea. He waived reading and stands mute, you said, right?
Correct, Your Honor.
$500 personal bond. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate any law. You must appear in court as directed. No contact with employees of the Brownstown Township CVS. Do you understand that? And specifically,
So,
that at 23007 Telegraph in Brownstown, no contact with the victim. You cannot leave the state, cannot violate a law, must appear in court as directed. Do you understand all that?
yes, sir.
Let's see here. Were you ever arrested and fingerprinted on this? It appears as though he was. No, he was not. You're going to go over to get fingerprinted and photographed at the Brownstown Police Department by 1 p.m. today. Do you understand that?
I'll do it, Your Honor.
June the 17th. Okay. And then what day are we going to give them, Heather? They want an adjournment. So we're going to give them what day on this one?
It'll be July 1st at 10 a.m.
July 1st at 10, okay?
Thank you, Ralph.
I wish you guys well. Good luck, sir. Go down the hall, get your notice, go over to Brownstown and get a copy of the bond sheet. Thank you. I thought I adjourned yours, didn't I? What's your name? Yeah, I
Is
thought,
that Natalie Brown?
Yeah,
That's
I
the one
adjourned.
Graziani was supposed to come back in with the calendar for that we needed to put on the record. For his July date. I do now have a July calendar of when he's here and when he's not here.
You
Amy
have,
printed-
I didn't, okay, you have the file?
Yeah, and I also have, like I said, I have the July calendar now. Amy printed me one, so I have.
Let you go
dates
down
there.
and you just take her down and get your dates.
Are you referring to me, Judge?
Yeah, I'm Natalie Brown.
Just for the record, Judge, I spoke with Miss O'Donnell. She indicated you normally want to have it about a month out. I have July 15th available when I do the.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll set it for July 15th. Heather.
Okay, Judge.
Set that for July 15th. He'll bring his client down and you can print out a notice, okay?
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Talk to.
Did you ask for a lawyer?
Sorry,
You talked to the prosecutor?
I'm sorry, you told the prosecutor. I'm sorry, let me stand. I apologize.
I'll just go ahead and give her a personal bond. I'm gonna not guilty plea for you. $1,000 personal bond. No contact with prosecution witnesses, no contact with Arabella Harris. You cannot leave the state. You cannot violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. Have you ever been printed on this, ma'am?
No, sir.
You have not? What's wrong? Why are you crying?
Sorry. The patient with my 2-year-old with her,
Who's Arabella Harris?
my ex-wife.
Visitation with what?
My 2-year-old daughter. I get her every 2 weeks. I'm supposed to get her this Friday, but if I have no contact with her, how do I see my child?
Okay. Tell Ms. Harris. Except to effectuate visitation with the minor child, okay? So you can talk to her for that purpose only. Tell Ms. Harris that, if you will, Mr. Wayne, okay?
Yes, sure.
And we'll just set it up for another hearing. I do have to order you to go over and get fingerprinted and photographed today.
Yes.
You have to go over to the Grosse Ile Police Department by 2 p.m. today. And, that's it, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
We're gonna give you a new court date. And that will be on. Is that the first, Heather? Are you here on the first?
Sure, yes.
Heather might be at the front taking care of some of those that I sent down. We're gonna give you July the 1st at 9 o'clock. And you go down and get your paper notice, okay? And then we'll see you back here. John, tell her also the bond sheet. We're gonna have to send over the order for prints over to Grosse Ile.
Okay.
So then you have to go over to Grosse Ile today,